All right, so we're going to look at calculating standard deviation by hand. And so I'm just going to take the year 2005 data. And so for a second, I'm going to just find the average here of the year 2005. And so the average is 85.29. And so what we do is we make a few charts. And so we're going to go x and x minus x bar, and then x minus x bar, and we're going to square it. So we've got to make these columns, and so if you're doing it by hand, and then we're just going to square it and see what happens. So if we take this data here from Newfoundland to Nunavut, subtract each of these points from the average, and so we're just going to just want to reference that cell, and so to make sure it doesn't change, I'm just going to put dollar signs around the D and the 15. And so you could just type in the percentage, but I want to make sure that that doesn't change. So each point is going to be this far away from the average, so above and below. And so the negatives actually don't matter because we're going to square everything anyway. And so we take every one of the square distances. And so you'll notice that things like closer to the average are worth less than the ones further away. And so let's just put these back into percentages so you can see. So something further away is going to be worth more in this x minus x bar squared. Now what we do is we add up all those numbers. Just going to highlight those numbers. And then what we do is we take that number and we divide it by the number of numbers. So I'm just going to count minus 1. So we'll do, because we did the sample one. Count this many numbers. I already know it's 13, but and then what we have is we've got the variance, and then when we take the square root of the variance, so SQRT, we actually get the standard deviation. So you can see it's 4.41. So that's how we actually recreate the standard deviation. So just in summary, we take all the points, we take every distance from the average so that we can find out, we can average those distances from the average. We square them so we can get so we allow the outliers or the further points away to be worth a little bit more. And then we divide by, and then we add them all up. We divide by n minus 1. So if you weren't sure what I was doing there, I was just counting the number of numbers. So it's going to be the same thing as if we do 13 minus 1 or 12. And then what we do is we square root. And so there's a little function equals SQRT, square root that number. And so that's how we get it.